I have a question for you, Mike.
Yes.
What would you do if you found in your home, you remove, say, the mirror out of the wall, and you find that there's a whole unoccupied living quarters behind it?
There's a couple of caveats with what I'm going to say for an answer. Because one, was it completely unoccupied the entire time it was there? Was there no sign of anybody literally being a creepy ass motherfucker behind there? Because if any of those answers are yes, I know that I wouldn't be able to live there regardless of whether I wanted to or not, because they'd be like, we're moving the fuck out now. So that being said, I would literally knock down that wall and be like, guess what? I just gained 250 square feet or 1,000 square feet of my house. All right.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Well,
I'll take it as a win.
According to NBC News, a woman in New York City went viral on TikTok this past Wednesday after posting a video series documenting her journey to discover a secret, unoccupied apartment behind her bathroom mirror.
Take you away from that empty apartment.
Oh, wow.
That's what that song was about the entire time. Oh, my God.
I just went back in time. I don't think I've heard that song in like 30 years. It's 30 years old, right?
Yeah, right. came out almost 20 years ago, but yeah, sure, why not? I haven't heard it in 2 hours, so because I had to pull it up. Yes. Did you find the thing, Nate?
No. Oh,
okay.
We're moving on.
Okay.
We're forget that I
moving on.
Okay. Well, Nate, what would you do?
Hayden, is that it? Is that something? I don't know. I'll just throw that out there.
Rachel Hayden. I don't know.
Hayden Panettiere. Hayden Christensen.
We'll just
we'll move.
I'll get it at 4 a.m. and then I'll wake up and I'll call you and then I'll be like, hey, can you start the show again?
Please.
Put it in right here, and you'll be like, no, and then I'll be like, okay. And that will be.
This is terrific radio, huh?
You did a band. I'm surprised you don't know because you sent the band. I was like, oh, who's in this? And then I was like, oh, that's that guy that I'm watching.
Well, it's going to bother me now. And that's why I'm trying to distract myself. So, Nate, if you remove a mirror in your home, say in the bathroom, and found an unoccupied empty apartment behind
Take you away from that empty apartment.
What would you do?
Honestly, I would just set up a studio. I'd hang out there.
Nice. All right.
I'm just, that would be the film room.
Ooh, I like that idea. The film room.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. The sex dungeon. How about that?
You mean a second one?
Every room's the sex room if you're brave enough.
We call this the Fritzl Suite. This is where my secret family lives. That I will never. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people will never forget, but I especially will never forget it. Because someone on 4chan confused Austria and Australia. It was bad mouthing.
No kangaroos in Austria.
Bad mouthing Australia when they shouldn't have been for housing a maniac. But yeah, just that Joseph Fritzl. If you don't know the name, look it up. Man, how elaborate that has to be. How dumb his wife had to have been to not notice any of this stuff going on.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Just very trusting and very innocent.
Yeah.
His book of world records.
Let me see if I can do the old screen share for you guys. And by the way, for you listening at home, you can find this on our YouTube channel at hardlyfocused.com/YouTube. And you can also find Nate.
Just type
hardlyfocused.com/Nate.
Hi. Yeah. That's me.
That's Nate.
Also on TikTok.
It's me.
I'm on TikTok. No, I don't dance. Fuck that.
Okay.
I don't dance.
No. I'm
Nate, you realize though, you can dance if you want to.
I can leave my friends behind.
Yeah, because your friends don't dance. They're no friends of mine.
You can dance. You can dance. Everybody, look at your pants.
Space pants?
You want to start dancing? I'll give you something to dance to. All right.
Smooth.
Can you see this this TikTok chick on my screen here?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
I've watched it already. I'm aware of what we're talking about. Don't worry.
From
I can multitask.
From NBC News. Here we go.
On New at 11 tonight, a hole in the wall behind a bathroom mirror led to a secret room. It's not just the plot of the 1992 film Candyman, but also part of a real-life mystery just solved by a New York renter.
Millions of people watched on TikTok as she made the unsettling discovery, and tonight she's walking News 4's Checky Beckford through exactly what happened.
Let me show you what I found in my New York City bathroom.
Part mystery.
Look at it. They blow in.
Part comedy.
So I start searching.
Samantha Hartso's search for the source of cold air in her Roosevelt Island bathroom.
The air is coming from the mirror.
Captivating nearly 8 million viewers on TikTok. The moment of truth as she removes the vanity mirror.
There is a hole.
Hartso recorded the discovery and what
Soundbite.
There is a hole.
Oh, and she's so excited to proclaim that too. It looks so ominous. Like if it were me, if it were me, and I took the mirror off, I wouldn't think to like look any farther than
where it is.
Right.
You're like, okay, there's a hole. I'm just gonna put this back and forget it ever existed again.
There's a demon in there, definitely.
Yeah. You remember when I lived in Stefan's house and in his bathroom there's like the hole in the wall that they like were in the process of putting a
I thought
shelf
you were gonna
in
say
there?
the hole in the wall that I actually lived in.
Well, there was that, and then there was his brother's original bedroom, the one room of the house. This is great. I mean, this kind of goes hand in hand. I lived in a house for about a year with one single room in the house that I'd never been into because the door was barricaded. And had I actually
pretty much literally barricaded.
Yeah, like you'd have to get into it because there was so much shit in there to get in there. You'd have to like go outside and climb in through the window. But there was a large hole in the wall, from what I understand, because his brother, in the middle of the night, rolled over and rolled right through it.
Horsehair plaster, gotta love it.
But in their bathroom, they had like a square, like a rectangular shaped hole for a shelf that they never installed, and it basically looked like what you're seeing on screen here. There's, I never looked too far into it. You never know. There could have been
because then you'd find your soul.
That you could find a pot of gold. You could find the witch. Was it the lady?
The lady in the water?
Yeah, lady in the water at the end. Bearded lady. There we go. Yeah. So I would never think twice to really gauge.
I mean, the question is how the fuck do you forget an entire apartment exists as a manager of the apartment complex or the landlord?
Right.
I'm assuming this it can only happen in New York.
How does it slip your mind?
Yeah. How does it slip your mind that there's there's only one apartment on this floor? No, there's supposed to be two, like every other floor.
That's where he keeps dead bodies. And he can't let anybody know about it, or she.
Well,
hey, exactly. Don't discriminate against mass murderers, okay?
No, it can be both.
Well, it's like in my basement in my house, I have what I call the murder hallway because there was supposed to be a bulkhead there, stairs leading up to a bulkhead leading to the outside, and the guy who built my house ran out of money, so he just left it unfinished and then
put a roof on the exit that is 2 feet above the ground.
Random little bit of roof just sitting there. It's like when Ned Flanders' house is rebuilt after the hurricane. Was there always a toilet in my kitchen? So I call it the murder hallway. Although I had an appraiser here recently, and he actually gave me a good idea. Turn it into a mini wine cellar.
Oh,
he's like, you got plenty of room for it unless you really want to have that bulkhead. Just put a wine cellar here. It's like, this is the perfect temperature for it. So
it's way better than calling it the murder hallway.
Oh, I love telling people stories, especially if I have like delivery people or people who've never been to the house before and they see the hallway and they start asking me questions. I'm like, there's a hidden door in there. I'm not going to tell you where it is.
I don't think you ever told me.
The Fritzl suite. I'm telling you.
True.
Here's more of the empty apartment here.
Take you away from that empty apartment.
There is a hole.
That's what she
Also
said.
recorded the discovery and what came next in 4 videos.
There's a room back there.
Cliffhangers punctuating her creepy find.
I have to go in.
I can't not know. I can't not know what's on the other side of my bathroom.
The videos recorded Wednesday and Thursday show her climbing through the narrow hole.
Oh, your hip's not gonna make it.
Yeah.
But she does, despite her roommate's concern. Armed with a hammer, she goes on an investigation.
Every corner I would like walk normal and be like, just to check.
But she found the unfinished apartment on the other side of the hole empty of people and spirits. Her search at an end.
My roommates definitely thought I was gonna end up dead. Like when I came back, they were very excited.
She's not sure why so many people were drawn to her videos. Boredom maybe, and maybe a bit of wistful hope shared by all apartment dwellers.
I think everybody in New York has such small apartments that it's you just never know what you're gonna find, and everyone's hoping for more space.
Now, Hartso says she has contacted the building's maintenance department and they're scheduled to take a look at the hole tomorrow, though she says she has not contacted the building's landlord. On Roosevelt Island, Jackie Beckford, News 4.
Oh, you know why? Because they can start charging her rent for it.
Oh my God, yeah. I see that's the tough part. Like, do you get internet famous and do that, or like if this is pre-TikTok times, would you have just knocked out of that wall and be like, I'm never ever leaving this apartment because now I've got literally a 2,500 square foot apartment, that I'm getting charged 800 square feet for.
Right.
Like that would be absolutely amazing. Oh, it's rent control too. Haha.
I want to know if there's like a door in the hallway that goes to this apartment, or if it's literally just like, if it's walled off. The only way to access
and
it.
Why?
Yeah. The only way you can access it is through this chick's hole in the wall where her mirror is in her bathroom.
It's like a speakeasy almost,
Yeah. Like Narnia.
There's so many options.
Mr. Tumnus.
Oh man. Yeah, I see. I would, like I said, I'd be afraid to actually speak up and say anything because then they're going to start back charging me for rent, like months of incomplete payments, if you will. But I also want to know, like, why just leave it there? Because you saw it; it's a full apartment.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe just
I guess furnished too. Like you can actually see like there's actually fixtures on the ceiling for actual like the lights. It's not there's just like it's not studs and nothing else. It's walled together.
Yeah.
Like how do you forget that?
That's amazing.
All the things you could get away with. All out the window for TikTok.
It looks yeah, it looks spacious too. I mean, she was saying that New York City apartments, they're small. They are small and incredibly expensive for what you get. But this reminds me of King of the Hill. There's an episode of King of the Hill where they go to Japan, and that's where they find Hank's half brother Junichiro, and they're in their hotel room, and they don't realize that what they think is a wall is actually the door, because it's like one of the sliding paper doors, and they spent the entire like week or 2 weeks that they were in Japan just living and sleeping in like the foyer of their hotel room on like a single couch, and then they open it up and it's like 2,000 square feet with moldy fruit because their welcome basket they never touched. You never know. Maybe this could be the chick's whole apartment. She's just been living in a small sliver of it, and there's the rest of it.
Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, you were charging me for 2,000 square feet. I only had 1,000, and this is the second half you never let me have.
Yep. So only in New York, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could like. It's not like in Milwaukee this is going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Nope.
New York. It is a completely New York thing.
Yep. Well, there you go. Find her on TikTok, I guess. And I'm now. I might follow up on this because I want to know if they end up charging her for the extra space, or what.
She doesn't really have access to it, though, right?
She doesn't have access.
The question is, where the hell's the door? Like, where's the front door to this other apartment?
I think it would.
Was it walled in accidentally, like into her wall?
I think it would be great if there is no door. There's no way into this apartment other than going through that hole in the wall.
A little awkward for the family that moves in.
Like a shared driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sucks though is that it doesn't seem like it's not ventilated, insulated. It's not insulated at all.
Yeah, she said it was cold as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even if something's insulated, once it's cold, it's going to stay cold because it's middle of winter, you know? It's not getting heated to get it warmed. So I wouldn't be surprised staying cold at that point. But it wasn't freezing. It wasn't like the pipes were frozen. It was just cold.
I imagine there's no like running water or anything, so it's not like nothing's burst yet.
Well, I mean, if it's an apartment building, I'm sure that the entire water is still getting heated anyway.
Right. Kind of reminds me of where I lived when I had that apartment in Hudson. I don't think anyone had lived there for like at least a year, because it seemed like when we moved in there, everything in there was just untouched. Like we turned on the faucets, and you know how if you don't turn your faucet on for a long time, there's sort of like that like brief burst
the
of
air
pressure.
kind of flows out of it. You're like,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
and it did that, but it was like really extreme. Yeah, it seemed like it was it's not like
ghosts in the pipes.
It's not like the doors were nowhere to be found. You could still get into it. It just hadn't been inhabited for so long. So yeah, I think this definitely merits a follow-up in the future.
Yeah, definitely note that down. How long do you think it's going to take before we get a response to like what ended up happening?
Let's check in
2 weeks, 2 months.
Let's check in 2 weeks. I'm banking.
2 weeks?
I'm banking that's how long it takes for Furnace Fest to get postponed. So, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you bookend the episode.